Welcome to Jiva Yoga Live. My name is Kella, and today we're going to do 5 exercises for your diaphragm. Good morning. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to be covering diaphragmatic breath and 5 exercises for your diaphragm. So we can touch our diaphragms. It's located just below the rib cage. So this diaphragm is basically the pump that brings air in and out of the lungs. And it's sort of U-shaped. When we inhale, it lowers down, and when we exhale, it contracts and goes smaller. So what the belly breath, or the diaphragmatic breath is using the abdominal muscles to increase our airflow in and out of the diaphragm, as opposed to using the intercostal muscles. So when we're young, when we're babies, when we're about to fall asleep, you can see this, that their belly breath just kicks in naturally. You will notice that when they get into a relaxed state, their bellies will rise and fall with ease. Now, this is because their intercostal or their rib muscles are not fully developed. And as we grow older, we can actually lose touch with the diaphragmatic breath because we've gotten so used to using our ribs to take a deep breath, for example, just using this upper part of the chest. So what we're going to do is really connect with this lower part of the belly and how that can transform our breath patterns by also increasing oxygen levels in the blood, which generally reduces stress. This is actually the #1 way to reduce stress in the body, is to take a deep breath. It's like magic medicine that we can use anytime, any moment to kick in. So to begin, our first exercise is going to be crocodile pose. So to get into this pose, we're just going to bring our legs out and turn ourselves face down onto the mat gently. And we're going to take our arms in front of us and we're going to bring our foreheads down to the forearms. So from here, we're just going to breathe naturally, because without trying, you can just feel how the diaphragm expands and contracts. Now, while we're down here, I just want you to notice how when you inhale, your side ribs kind of just push out a little bit. And also your lower back. When we think of breathing, we often think of the front of our body, but in fact, the lungs are expanding from all sides. And what you're feeling pressing down is actually the diaphragm. So to go a little bit deeper into this, I'm going to encourage you on your next exhalation to exhale a little bit deeper. And you can do this by pushing your belly button towards the spine. So I'm going to inhale and exhaling, just pushing out a little bit more, using my abdominal muscles. And then as I inhale, I'm going to push my belly button into the floor. And this, my friends, is the diaphragmatic breath. And as you practice this more, you'll notice that your lung volume, your capacity to inhale and exhale in this pose will increase. And the key is using that belly button. So as you inhale again, you push your belly button to the floor. And as you exhale, you push that belly button to the spine. So you can stay in that pose as long as you wish, and just practice with that flow in and out, starting with the natural breath and then moving in to using the abdominal muscles to inhale and exhale. So pushing up, we're gonna go now into a modified Shavasana pose, which is laying on our back. So coming down gently, what we're gonna do, our normal Shavasana is just like so. We're laying comfortably on the mat. And we're just gonna draw our knees up. And from here, we're gonna move our feet to the outer edges of the mat. And we're gonna allow our knees to fall together. And this is going to be flattening our sacrum and that little arc that we have in our lower back. So I'm gonna invite you to place your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your chest. And from here, we're gonna just continue with the exercise that we did with our belly button. So as we inhale, we're gonna bring our belly button up towards the ceiling. And as we exhale, we're gonna push our belly button back down toward the spine. We're gonna notice that our chest is not rising and falling, it's just our lower hand. And for this exercise, I'm breathing in and out through my nose. So we can continue for 3 more inhalations through the nose and exhalations through the nose, okay? So inhaling 1, exhaling, inhaling 2, exhaling, inhaling 3, exhaling. So from there, we're just gonna release our knees and lengthen them out. And we're going to move on to our third pose, which is reclined bound angel pose. So for this pose, staying in this position, we just draw our feet together and we allow our knees to fall down towards the earth on either side of us. And this is just this light modification of a crunch. And we're just gonna link the breath to the movement here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our hands and cradle the back of our head. And we're going to exhale, pushing our belly down. And we're gonna inhale, bringing our belly up. And we're gonna repeat that 3 more times. So exhaling, belly to the spine. Inhaling, belly up. And you can repeat that as many times as you wish. It's just an excellent exercise to link the breath to the movement. So that's actually what yoga is. It's connecting the breath to each movement that we do. So the more that we do that, even in these small, really gentle and easy postures, the better our yoga foundations are gonna get. And it's just a practice of consciousness. So we'll do 1 or 2 more. So inhaling or exhaling, belly to the spine. Inhaling, belly to the ceiling. Exhaling, belly to the spine. Inhaling, belly to the ceiling. And exhaling, getting back into your natural breath. And releasing here. We're gonna push ourselves up into a seated position, coming to the side and pushing ourselves up. And for our fourth exercise, we're going to be doing myofascial release for the diaphragm. So myofascial release is like a form of self-massage, and we can often hold a lot of tension in this part of the diaphragm. Sometimes people feel tightness or feel like it's difficult to take a deep breath. So this is just another technique we can add to our toolbox. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our hands and we're going to gently palpate under the bottommost ribs. So we're going to use the inhale and exhale to get a little bit more of a grasp here. So we're going to inhale and then we're going to exhale. And on the exhale, we're just going to move, gently arch our body forward. And we're going to palpate under those bottommost ribs. We're just going to give them a really gentle stretch, encouraging them outwards. So we're going to release on the inhale, and we'll exhale again. And it's not going to go far. It's not even really going to go far more than about half an inch, a few centimeters. And we'll bend over, palpating, gently pushing outwards. Exploring this area at your own pace. And coming up and releasing. So for our fifth and final exercise, what we're going to do is a little diaphragmatic breath vinyasa. So it's just a very gentle flow. And what we're going to do here again is just connecting our breath to the movement. So I'll just begin by encouraging you to put one hand on your belly and inhaling, feeling that belly expand, and exhaling, feeling it contract. Good. And then bringing our hands to either side of us, we're going to work on inhaling, and as we inhale, we'll bring our arms up to the side. And when we're at the top of our inhalation, we're going to stop. So we're just going to bring our hands up as far as our inhalation goes. So just like so, we're going to inhale. And mine goes to about there. And then we're going to exhale, bringing our hands down. And when we stop our exhale, we're just going to bring our hands as far down as that goes. So it may be that we just bring our hands up this far. And as we exhale, coming down. And we can begin gently with our flow. And as we're going through this exercise, we're just going to gently remind ourselves of that feeling of how it feels to expand that belly button as we inhale and pushing it back towards the spine as we exhale. Again, because it's sort of bypassing that chest inhalation and exhale that we're used to, it might take some time to really feel comfortable with this flow. Thank you so much for joining me today, and wishing you a beautiful diaphragmatic breath day. Thank you. Bye. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, put on the notification bell, and please leave a comment below.